But he had you believe and had these Babylonians go to these so-called prestige universities. Not only that, they're teaching your kids this theory that the earth and the universe was created out of this ball of gas of this that happened, or this explosion of a ball of gas that happened that created what we see here today, man. See, he's the biggest atheist. He don't believe in a higher power, man. He think he's God. Set up himself in the temple of God, professing that he is God. See, that's the egotistical maniac Esau Edom's ideology, man. This man is a psychopath, man. He pretty much slay people and don't hold himself accountable. That's the characteristics of a psycho, man. Well, back to him thinking himself as the Most High, he also came up with the what? The Darwin theory, that men evolved from apes. Where it's already stated in the book of Genesis by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that he created man. Men did not evolve from any ape. See, this is the ideology that's spreading rampant here in this wicked society, man. But this wicked society has its season, man. But it's going to pass away like a shadow, man. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 8, verse 9. For we are but of yesterday, and know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow. So this rulership here in Babylon the Great, ran by no other than Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, is nothing more than a shadow, man. You know, he's been in rulership a bit. I'm gonna tell you, he's been terrorizing here in Babylon the Great since what they say 1492. He's been terrorizing here in this land, man. The children of Israel, man, since 1492, since the landing of Cristobal Colon, that fake, that demonic Edomite, that fake hero that most people try to celebrate. He's been terrorizing the children of Israel since what? 1492, man. Oh, it's lucky. It's like I gotta clear my throat. But they've been terrorizing here on this landmass and these islands, these adjacent islands of Babylon the Great, aka America, since 1492, man. The children of Israel, man. But this is the wicked season, man. He have his season, man. Everything under the earth, everything in the earth, which is under the heavens, has its time and season. So the message here for the children of Israel is to repent. You should repent because you don't want to go down with this man, man. I'm talking about Esau Edom. You don't want to go down with him, man. Because if you continue to lean upon Esau Edom, trust on Esau Edom, trust in Babylon the Great, you done for, man. Let me get that. This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 18, verse 21. Now, behold, thou trustest upon the staff of this bruised reed, even upon Egypt, on which if a man leaneth, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, until all that trust on him. So Egypt is nothing more, the word or the term Egypt is nothing more than bondage, man, or place of bondage, man. And that's what you are here in Babylon Great. In Babylon the Great, you are still in the land of bondage. Meaning, you don't have any real say-so. You think you have say-so, but under this wicked rulership that's ran by no other than Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, he dictates your coming and going. He can shut this place down tonight without your say-so. So you think that you're free, but you're still in the house of Egypt. Egypt is nothing more than of the term. So like the term Egypt is nothing more than bondage, man. Repeat that again. The book of 2 Kings, chapter 18, verse 21. Now behold, thou trustest upon the staff of this bruised reed. This bruised reed mean what? This society is broken, man. You can see it with these pestilence running rampant. Every other week or every other month, there's a different so-called variant. That's the pestilence, man. This system is broken. One example is what? Your comings and goings. These so-called restrictions that are taking into place. These mandates, they reviving. Mask mandates, travel mandates, quarantine mandates, that's reviving. This is a broken system, man. So if you trust on this system, man, you're done for, man. This system is totally going on a downward spiral, man. There's no reviving Babylon the Great. Repeat. This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 18, verse 21. Now behold, thou trustest upon the staff of this bruised reed, meaning broken system, which is here on display of Babylon the Great, even upon Egypt, which is what? Your place of bondage, which is Babylon the Great, on which if a man lean, he will go, it will go unto his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, unto all that trust on him. So if you trust on so-called Jim Crow, Creepy Joe, man, that's just like trusting on Pharaoh, man. Like when this man said, before he took office, he said what? He would not what? Mandate these jabs, man. But look, he turned around and did the contrary. That's a double-minded man. You can't trust on somebody that's double-minded. He will say one thing and do the total opposite. That's just like trusting upon Pharaoh, man. Which is one example of Pharaoh is who? Jim Crow, Creepy Joe, man. You can't trust on him in this so-called democracy, man. And then, even if you go into their so-called laws of the land, they always advocate a democracy. A democracy, this system is built on a democracy, but according to their constitution, their system is a Republican one. So they're even violating their own so-called laws. You can't trust this man, a double-minded man. A democracy and a republic is two different governing bodies, man. Not to get it twisted with a Democrat and a Republican. No, in the democracy and a republic is two different forms of rulership, man. You rule differently in a republic than you would do otherwise in a democracy, man. So let me get like give me 1 second. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 9. Let me see if I should start at 9. No, I'm gonna start at verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heavens, and is lifted up even to the skies. That's why the wickedness here in Babylon the Great, aka America, is on display here, man. Because this is the season of the wicked, man. And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is allowing the wicked to what? Multiply their sins, which is iniquity, until it what? Reaches heaven, man. So when this place be destroyed, it's going to be rightfully so, man. Let me repeat that again. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 8. Well, matter of fact, let me start at 7. This is verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. That means all these different nations, man, had adopted the customs of Babylon the Great, aka America. That's why you got over there in Japan, they're celebrating Christmas by going what? To McDonald's, man. That's one of the fashions or fad that Babylon the Great had made drunken the other nations, man. Over there in Egypt, where you got the pyramids. In the background, you see a fake image of the McDonald's sign, man. right there, next to, not far from the pyramids, man. That's another idea or persuasion that Babylon the Great has on the other nations, man. It's been a golden cup. That's why a lot of nations come here to flock here to Babylon the Great, man. And they call it what? The melting pot. So you have this mingle or mixture of different nations, man. And they're flocking here to Babylon the Great under the illusion of prosperity, man. But this place is going to be destroyed. Thus saith the Lord. Repeat that again. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So that's why you see a lot of these nations, man, like the fake Israeli state and Iran. They have conflict. There's conflict in the South China Seas with what? China and Taiwan. And who in the middle of that? Babylon the Great, aka America, with Russia and the Ukraine. Who's in the middle of that? Babylon the Great, aka America. So even these NATO countries are fed up with Babylon the Great, and they're mad, man. So all these other countries, man, Kim Jong-un, North Korea, because they're upset with what? The philosophies, man, the sanctions of Babylon the Great, man, aka America, man. Babylon the Great, led by Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, had made all the nations mad and drunken, man, because he is spewing of what? Sanctions. He's sanctioning other countries based on the way he thinks the world should be ruled. He's trying to penalize other countries, but yet he's doing things contrary to what? His laws and legislations. That's why a lot of the nations, man, they're mad because they know the ill dealings of Esau Edom, man. They know this man is not to be trusted, man. They know he's a double-minded man, which means he say one thing and do another. And he's trying to sanction what? Iran, North Korea, even Russia, to different sanctions, talking about their advancing their nuclear capability. But the United States, which is Babylon the Great, aka America, is in strict violation of what? The denuclearization that was signed in World War II, man. I can't think of the actual document name at this moment, but there was a pact signed between Russia and the United States, because they was at the brink of war. Well, they're still at war, which is a Cold War. But they was on the brink of what? Setting off nuclear missiles then on each other, man. But they written a pact to dismantle or denuclearize the operations of nuclear missiles, man. or nuclear power plants, man. But the United States continue to develop and still continue to develop nuclear missiles or their nuclear capabilities, man. But they're strict violations, but yet they're trying to sanction other countries. See, this man is contrary. This man is double-minded. Just like the natives here, they had a saying, he had a forked tongue, which is the serpent, man. He's the devil. He's the old serpent that the Bible speaks of, man. No other than Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man. Let me continue on. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, every man, into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto the heaven, and is lifted up even until the skies. So this judgment that Babylon the Great, aka America, is about to experience is going to be a rightful it's going to be in a rightful just manner because of the iniquities, man, because the transgressions, man, that's been displayed here for what? Since 1492, man, since this devil set foot on the adjacent islands and here what is now called America, man. Babylon the Great, man, aka America, man. Let me get that, man. Let's go to the book of Numbers, chapter 33, so like 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So this man been making, or been having, indulging in bloodshed, man, since 1492, man. And the United States has been at war since its creation over 239 years ago, for roughly 223 years, man. This man's been at war, man, from the erection of what? The United States, man. Since they put in legislation and created this entity called the United States, roughly 239 years ago, the United States have been at war for roughly 223 years, man. So they've been shedding blood, man. Shedding blood, shedding blood, man. And since 1492, since this Christopher Cologne character, I was about to say Christopher Columbus. That's how most of these Babylonians know his name. But he was a Portuguese by the name of Cristobal Colon. They've been shedding blood since 1492, man. So when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah comes and destroy this place, man, it's gonna be rightfully so, man. Repeat that again. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. That's only how this place, Babylon the Great, man, aka America, is only how it's going to be cleansed is by what? The blood shed of those that shed the blood in the first manner, man. So that's only how this place is going to be cleansed, man.